Yo, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop playing. I opened the door, and as expected, Nozomi was standing there. Baby girl, what do you have to say? Sorry to come by like this. Is now a good time? Yeah, no problem. Come in. Thank you. You said you had something you wanted to talk to me about. You're gonna say thanks?
まずはお礼を言わせて。住野くん、本当にありがとうございました。
Aww. Nozomi bowed her head deeply. It's fine. Embarrassing when you say it like that. More importantly, you feeling better now? She finally raised her head. Yeah, I'm fine now. Thanks to you, I'm in perfect shape again. But again, what happens? If she gets sick again, if she gets more rejection, do we have to feed her some more? Manders? That's not gonna be good. This is some Pandora's Tower, some Pandora's Tower bullshit. If you know, Pandora's Tower is a Wii game where you're basically playing as a knight, like your princess. I don't remember exactly the setting, but you're a knight, you have a princess, and this princess is cursed. She has a curse on her back, and basically you have to feed her flesh of like the monsters or some shit, and not just low-level monster flesh. You have to feed her flesh of the bosses so she can keep her human form and sanity. But at the end of the game, she becomes the final boss. It's, you know what I mean? I feel like she's gonna overdose on that bullshit. Anyway, I was skeptical that absorbing cryptoglobin would actually stop the rejection symptoms. But I haven't had any problems since then. I still can't use Himo and Ima like everyone else though. Well, it's just good that we managed to stop the symptoms. I've been thinking. I want you to tell the truth, Takumi. About what? Kurua? You've helped me so much. I can't keep this a secret anymore. Hold up. Whoa. I want to tell you the truth. Okay, my dumbass. I thought she said I want you to tell the truth. No. I want to tell you the truth. Yeah. You saved my life, so I'm going to trust you and tell you everything. What I know, what I've been hiding, and what separates me from the rest of you. Will you hear me out? Yeah. Go ahead, I'm all ears. Okay, but I want you to keep everything I'm about to tell you a secret from the others. Yeah. At least until we make it to day 100. That's fine. That's why you wanted to meet in my room, right? It's just the two of us here. We won't have to worry about anyone else overhearing. Well, now that you bring it up, I'm a bit scared considering Yogamu planted a transmitter on the invader. I don't know, dog. It'll all be okay. I'll keep it a secret. I promise. Okay. Thank you. And with that, Nozomi started to tell the story, little by little.
前に、住野くんには少し話したけどさ、私はみんなとは違って、自分の意志でこの最終防衛学園に来たんだ。
やっぱり、そうだったのか。
うん。お母さんと私の願いを叶えるためにね。それと、お母さんへの復讐のため。
That is so interesting. That is so interesting. So when we were stuck in that lightning storm, she said something along the lines of I fight for my mother or something, but like my mother isn't here anymore, so interesting. To get revenge for my mom. But that's so hypocritical from her. For humanity, she said.
復讐？
私の家庭環境って少し変わっててね。お父さんは小さい頃に交通事故で死んじゃって、お母さんは忙しくて、ほとんど家にいなかったの。
No, there's something we have to talk about.
私はいつも一人で過ごしてた。 でも、お母さんは仕事の合間にたまに帰ってくるとね。
See? Takumi, I get it. You have separated her from Korua. But the similarities are more similarities? I'm Indian now? The similarities are I don't know, like, bro. How can I say that? You do a blood test and it says like 60% African? Bro, it's like Uncle Ruckus, bro. You're 102% black with a 2% error margin. This is what Nozomi is. Because yes, she looks like her, she has the same voice, she acts the same way, and she has the same family circumstances. Her father died in an accident when she was little. Her mother's a researcher and all that stuff. So we gotta talk about that. Now I want to know what her relationship was with her mom. Because Korua, to me, seems like she was pretty far. How do you say that? She wasn't close to her mom. And I'm still on that clone theory.
よく自分の仕事の話を聞かせてくれたんだ。
Very interesting. The small Nozomi does not have the same haircut as the small Korua.
お母さんは仕事ばっかりの人だったから、それしか話すことがなかったんだろうけど。
What if the machine we were in put us in cryo sleep? Because Mama got the same haircut. Not the same haircut, but like the same hair color. What if Karu is actually the mom? But no, it doesn't make sense. Because again, yes, they may look alike. Maybe they could have the same voice. Maybe. However, the same background story, the father, the mother, it's a bit too much to be like, yo, I'm actually her daughter type shit.
たまに秘密の話だって言って、お母さんが仕事で知ったいろんなことを教えてくれたの。世界史が地球を壊したってことも、東京団地がシェルターだってことも、このままだと人類はもうすぐ滅びるってことも。
It's not something you should say to a child.
お母さんから聞いたんだ。
Because I feel like the dream she has of saving humanity, the one that she shares with her mother, isn't actually hers. It was just put in her head at a young age, and she thinks it's hers. Kind of like Shiro type deal. Like it's not your ideal; it's a borrowed one. You inherit it, not even inherit it. No, you actually borrowed Hiritsu's wish, his dream, his ideal, and made it yours. But like you don't even, not you don't like it, but like it's hypocritical.
そんな頃から君はその秘密を知っていたのか。
当時の私にとって
One of the few connections
お母さんとの大事なつながりだったんだ。
at the time.
怖い話ばかりだったから、最初に聞いた時は泣いちゃったけどね。
Back then, I didn't really understand what kind of work my mom was doing. But as I got older, I started to get a better idea.
お母さんは鎌倉総合病院に働く研究者で、人類を救うためのプロジェクトに携わっていたの。お母さんは寝食も忘れるほどそのプロジェクトに没頭していた。お母さんにとって、
Sorry.
このプロジェクト
I
は
thought I'd
人
missed
生の
something.
全てを注ぎ込んだ使命だったんだよ。
Her
絶対
mission.
にプロジェクトを
Damn.
成功させて人類を救うんだってよく私に言ってたよ。だからいつも寂しい思いさせてるけど、一緒に頑張ろうねって。
When I was in the upper grades of elementary school, my mom suddenly came to me with a serious look on her face. She saw the experiments. She said she wanted me to work with her to make the project a success. Elementary school? You were not even 10 years old? And by work with her, she meant she'd reached a crucial stage in her research. That would make or break the project. After a series of failures, upper management refused to give her permission to perform more experiments, preventing her from progressing any further. That's when she asked me if I would help with the research. At least she asked. At least. She was asking you to be a test subject? It sounds horrible, doesn't it? But when she asked me, I was happy.
私にとってお母さんは誇りだったから。
Again, I need to see Mama's face. I need to... You see that? The thing she has on her head? It looks like the kind of helmet we have on the combat armor. The combat armor when we use Himo and Nima. It's so interesting.
人知れず人類を救うために働くお母さんは私にとってヒーローだったの。そんなお母さんの力になれることが私は嬉しかったし、それにお母さんの研究を手伝えばもっとたくさん一緒にいられるとも思った。
That's a bit sick.
洗脳って言われたらそれまでなんだけどさ。それから私は他の職員さんが休みの日にお母さんと一緒に鎌倉総合病院に行って実験台として研究を手伝ったんだ。
それが輸血を移植する実験か。
お母さんは自分のしていることを後悔してたみたいで、ごめんねって言って。
Well, she seems to be a good parent at least, but that's kinda crazy still. But I actually had a good time at the hospital. I'd often explore the hospital alone and give my mom a headache. But I don't remember too much from that time. I guess because the rejection symptoms were so rough. It must have been hard for you. Not so much. It didn't really get bad until after that. After that, cryptoglobin transfusion experiments kept failing, and I kept experiencing rejection symptoms. Even so, the research progressed little by little. But then, just after I started high school, that is probably the most cruel thing that could have happened to her, to Nozomi. Again, I don't want to say her mother forced her, but she kinda did. All that time, researched. She agreed to be an experiment subject, to get closer to her mom, only to be left alone. If she crashes out, I'd say, yeah, I understand. I completely understand. Let's say hypothetically we learned about the truth, about the invaders, about world death and all that. And Nozomi completely crashes out. Yeah, justified. It would completely be justified. I would understand. Like, yo. But then what about Karua? If they are not actually the same person? Because Karua still had her mom. That's so weird. That is so weird. So weird and interesting. But then what is this revenge about? We can take an example in Persona 5, where Futaba's mom committed suicide. But it was not suicide. Someone made her commit suicide, you know? The usual whistleblower type shit you'd see in real life. Someone's telling you guys, hey yo, this company, they're doing some weird shit. We're gonna stop them. Next week, he's dead in his apartment, and it's ruled as a suicide. So maybe it could be that. But I don't know, she seemed pretty unstable. Constant failures, using her own daughter as experiments, as an experiment subject, crying and apologizing permanently a lot when experimenting on her daughter. It would make sense. Suicide?
死んだ後に見つかった私宛ての遺書で、お母さんは研究について
No,
書
it
き
seems
残して
deliberate.
いたけど、ただ、お母さんも上層部からはほとんど何も教えてもらってなかったみたい。遺血がどこからどうやって生まれたのかも、 お母さんは知らされていなかった。お母さんが命じられていたのは、ただ胃血を拒絶反応なしに移植することだ。
She wasn't even big.
それが成功すれば世界史から人類を救うことができるって言われてたみたい。
In the hospital. I mean, for influence.
お母さんの遺書によるとね、世界史から生き延びようとする人類を邪魔する人類の敵がいて、それらを排除するためにどうしてもその力が必要だって聞かされたんだって。
Invaders, but I don't want to believe it. Are they talking about the invaders? Is that what the battle we're involved in now? Is that the battle we're involved in now, yeah? My mom was told this power was needed. She was told. She didn't come to that conclusion. I think so. But she didn't include anything more in her notes. Enemies of mankind, huh? The invaders are created in order to advance world death. They're basically the personification of world death itself. Does that still hold up as true? But why did she take her own life? Was it because the research wasn't going well? No. Our experiment was advancing slowly but surely. The rejection symptoms were lessening, and if we'd had time to do more, I'm certain we could have pulled off a flawless transfusion. Mom and I were both convinced we could, but at one point, she got a notice from upper management. She was ordered to stop her research. No, she might have actually been canned. Or like, hard canned by the company, by the upper management. Sir Ray told us about some upper management too. Huh? Why? They never told her the reason. They just said cryptoglowing transfusions were no longer required. And just like that, the research my mom had poured her life into was unceremoniously brought to an end.
お母さんは自分を責めてた。研究を成功させられなかった自分を、娘を巻き添えにしておいて結果を残せなかった自分を、その罪悪感からお母さんは自殺しちゃったの。
That's what happened, huh? When Mom died, the first thing I felt, it wasn't sadness, but anger. Anger? I mean, I understand. Anger at upper management who abruptly dropped her research. And anger at my mom for giving up and taking her own life despite how important she insisted this mission was. Damn, poor girl. I've been going on for a while. I'm sorry. Are you tired of listening? Should we take a little break? Okay, that's a good... that's actually pretty kind from the devs. But damn. I'm fine. If you're okay, can you tell me the rest? Yeah, of course. After my mother's suicide, I snuck into Kamakura General Hospital a few times.
上層部がお母さんを切った理由をどうしても知りたくて、そこでいろいろと調べているうちに、住野くんやみんなのことを知ったんだよ。
That's so interesting. How much did you learn about us? A lot, or just you knew that 13 people, maybe 14 with Moko, were involved in this project, or did you actually get to know us a bit?
胃血の力を持つ若者たちによって特別防衛隊が作られたって情報を見つけたの。
それが俺たち。
別の研究者が移植を成功させたか、君たちが拒絶反応の出ない特別な体質だったからか、とにかく成功した君たちがいたから私たちはいらなくなったんじゃないかな。
I don't have any memory of receiving a transfusion. Then, would we actually have done it? What? When would we actually have had it done? When I first fought in the TRC to protect Karua, I could already use Hemonema. In that case, Was it before then?
あのね、
I looked into it, and it turned out the goal of the Special Defense Unit was to eliminate the enemies of mankind and save humanity. It was just like Mom said. When I found that out, I started thinking, if I joined the Special Defense Unit and helped save humanity, I could redeem my mother to the people who cut off her research. I could prove that what my mom and I had done wasn't meaningless. That's why you decided to come here? I failed to understand, to be honest. How did you get here? Did you find out where Last Defense Academy was during your research? Your search? No, I didn't even know this place existed until I got here. But the last time I snuck into Kamakura General Hospital, I just happened to find you guys.
Huh?
You found us. And the pods?
みんなは眠ったまま装置の中に入れられてた。それを見て私はすぐに分かったよ。君たちが遺血を持つ特防隊のメンバーなんだって。しかもその装置の中に入ってたみんなはちょうどどこかに送られるところだった。もしかしたらこれから人類の敵との戦いのためにどこかに送られるんじゃないかと思って、一か八かだったけど私は空いていた予備用の装置の中に入った。
That is so interesting. That means that the empty one is NOZOMI'S. But then what about Moko? Was Moko fake all along? Oh, right. Next thing I knew, I'd arrived at second to last Defense Academy. These machines. It must have been those capsules and that weird classroom, right? How exactly did that work? And there's not 14 of them, is there? So we were all put inside those and sent here from Kamakura General Hospital? Yes, I think they stopped working because they fully served their purpose. I've got to say, going through all that to get here was really reckless of you. Even I never imagined that things would work out so well. But now that I've made it here, I want to fulfill the dream that my mom and I shared. I'll fight the enemies of mankind, and when humanity has been saved, I'll go to my mom's grave. And I'll proudly tell her about what we achieved here. I don't know, bro. But then why would we be here for 100 days? Supposedly we're the ones that are going to defeat the enemies of mankind. But that's not gonna save the world from moral death, is it? What about the defense room? What is in there? That's so annoying. And then we just achieved level 3 with the fire extinguisher. There's 2 levels left. Are we going to get them in those 26 days left? Or what? I don't know, because the fires in the defense room are pretty strong. And if I remember correctly, we were not able to put them down with like level 1 and 2. Maybe with level 5 we'll be able? Maybe get inside the defense room? I don't know. I see. That's why you have such strong determination to fight. Actually, I'm surprised that you guys were kept in the dark for so long. I never imagined you wouldn't even know about cryptoglobin. That's why I couldn't tell you about my past. What do you mean? At first, you all resented being brought here, seeing as no one told you anything. If only one of us knew the circumstances, the others would inevitably be suspicious. And then if everyone found out my mother was a researcher, they might even have suspected me of being behind all of this. That's why you decided to hide it. I cannot let myself get kicked out due to suspicion after everything I've done to get here. But it was painful to keep it from everybody, because I felt like I was being deceptive. But didn't Nigo notice that you snuck in? I don't really know why, but he didn't seem to notice. Even when he found out I couldn't use Himonima properly, he just provided me with a special combat suit, as if he knew, or at least this special combat suit existed, as if I don't know, but why does it even exist in the first place? Or when things like this happen. That's the artificial class armor you use? Things probably would have been different if I'd made Saray first, but Nigo was really nonchalant about all of it. I still don't understand why no one told us any of this. I don't even remember receiving a cryptoglobin transfusion. All I know is that when the TRC got attacked, I was suddenly able to use this mysterious power. Oh, about that, I haven't been able to ask until now, but... Did the complex really get attacked? I never heard anything like that. So whose memories are fake? Us? Ours? Or hers?
Huh?
You didn't. How's that possible? The whole place was in chaos. Everyone else experienced it. How could you not? I know. That's why it's so strange. I wonder why I didn't notice. Didn't notice? Wait. Maybe it's not a case of noticing or not. Maybe she just forgot it. Dude, oh my god. Just like how we forgot about our transfusions. Takumi is the dumbest motherfucker on earth, bro. I may have gone on a tangent there, but that's the end of my story. Hold up. For some reason, in the last arc, let's say, ever since the prisoner was freed, Takumi's been on a weird he's been on a weird timing. I don't know. Either he's mega dumb or it's just the writers playing a bit with Takumi to throw us off the rails, but I find his reasoning dumb for some reason. This is really everything. I've told you everything about me now, Takumi. Let's see. I'm so shocked and confused, but anyway, thank you for telling me. Not at all. I feel relieved to get it off my chest.
ここでみんなと会ったのは偶然だけど、私はみんなのことをいい仲間だと思ってる。私は本当にみんなのことが大好き。みんなに隠し事をしているのは心苦しいけど、それでも私はみんなと一緒に戦いたいんだ。
I absolutely love that she said this.
私は本当にみんなのことが大好き。
But at the same time, I am even more scared for her. Now that she said this, I don't want to say this is a death flag, but I don't know.
まあ、嘘をついているわけじゃないし、騙しているわけでもないんだし、どうせ残り26日なんだ。話すのは終わった後でも大丈夫だろう。
I feel like that's not gonna
人類を
happen.
救ってハッピーエンドになった後だったら、少しくらいの隠し事は許してくれるさ。
そうだといいな。
We're gonna get sent back to day one,
どん
bro.
なによくわからないことだらけでも、あと26日で全てが終わるんだ。遺血とか、進行性とか世界史とか、人類の救済とか、俺たちの記憶とか、そんなのはどうだっていい。ハッピーエンドで終わればどうでもいいんだ。だから100日目までこの学園を守り抜こう。みんなの力で絶対に何とかしよう。
私たちなら大丈夫だよね。不思議とそんな気がするんだ。
ああ、間違いないよ。
And Ima's just rotting in a ditch. That's crazy, bro. Oh, and do not let me get started on Hiruko. Ever since I accepted that Nozomi and Karu are different people, I feel like I've been able to bond with Nozomi. I'm really happy that we can trust each other as allies in battle. I'm going to save humanity with her and get back to the TRC. Then I can return to my peaceful life. We're talking so much. I'm thirsty. Takumi, how about we have some tea in the cafeteria? Sure, I'm parched. Nozomi and I left my room and spent some time chatting over tea in the cafeteria. Eventually, we parted ways, and I once again returned to my room. Nozomi's story was shocking, but it really helped me organize my thoughts. At any rate, instead of racking my brain over things I don't understand, I'm going to concentrate on defending this place for the remaining 26 days. Then everything will come to a happy end. I'll do whatever it takes to get us... Well... Oh, to get us there, the day 100, I suppose. I decided to stop running around for the day and spend some quiet time in my room. So ended my 74th day at Last Defense Academy. 75. I don't even want to ding dong bing bong anymore, bro. This morning, I guess I should head to the cafeteria. Day 75 already. The end is slowly coming into sight. Hey, we're gonna get some kind of reward when this fight is over, right? If we don't, I'm gonna lose it. Oh, I don't know what to tell you. We're fighting to save humanity, so it's gotta be big enough that we won't have to work ever again, right? That's gonna make this all worth it. Don't you feel the same, Takumi? Well, yeah, but... Right, now that I feel better about that, I'm starved. I'm gonna head to the cafeteria. And with that, Gaku disappeared off to the cafeteria. What is he cooking, bro? Mr. Walter White Jr.? What is he doing? As soon as I stepped into the cafeteria, a cheerful voice came my way. Kako? Good morning, Takumi. Hey, listen to this.
Huh?
What? What happened? This morning I tried making twice cooked pork. I fried it with fresh caramel instead of... Caramel? Girl. I bet it was sweet, yeah. Should I make some for you too? Or would you prefer a chocolate mapo tofu bowl? I don't think they go well together. Nah, I'm good, thanks. I'll make my own food. Okay, just let me know if there's anything I can do for you. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. But does she do that with everyone or just Takumi? I'm interested. I know Takumi helped her, but like, Kako is really lively today. I thought she'd be more depressed about Ima. Hey, is Yugamu coming? Not that we need him around, but Yugamu's been holed up in the biolab since last night. He hasn't even been back to his room. He said he was making some interesting medication, right? I bet it's something seriously messed up. The dude was born creepy. I'm worried about him being all cooped up. Maybe I'll go by later and check on him. Please don't. He'll only try to turn you into a test subject. Test subject? Wow, that's a bad joke. That's bad timing, but... Oh, is she scared that someone hurt her? Yeah, I'll be fine. Nozomi inadvertently reacted to those words. Well, after the talk we had yesterday, it must still be fresh in her mind. All done. Now I'm going to train. Let me know if there's anything I can help out with. Bye-bye. Kako said this with an eager tone and rushed out of the cafeteria. Is that girl okay? What's not okay about her? She's roaring to go. Come on, she's obviously putting on a brave face. Huh? For real? This dumbass, bro. Stop saying for real. All that is just an act? Lady Kako has deceived us? She didn't deceive anyone. She's just trying to keep us from worrying. If you look closely, you can see her eyes are swollen from crying. Her brother, who she's never been apart from, is missing, and we have no idea where he is. She's obviously worried, and even if she's forcing herself to act cheery. Poor Kako. I'm so powerless, unable to help even when a beloved friend is suffering. This depressing conversation is beneath nobility like myself. Gaku, do something to cheer her up. What? Why me? Because you've been completely useless so far. I was taking pity on you by creating an opportunity for you to redeem yourself. No thanks. But Gaku, you're surprisingly suitable for the task, don't you think? You have lots of siblings. Oh no! You must be used to counseling the younger ones. He calls them siblings, but they're not blood related. Hey, you're not supposed to mention that. Have a little tact. Seriously, why do I have to be the one to deal with this? I expected this resistance. It wouldn't be like you to do anything to make yourself more likable. I'll hire you for 5,000 yen an hour. If you want money, go console Kako. Yes, ma'am. Leave it to me. Your likability is tanking. Shut it, dude. What's the problem with working for money? You're trying to make enemies of all the employees in the world? You're a dumbass if you don't accept an opportunity to nab some cash just for cheering someone up. Here I thought Gaku couldn't get more greedy than he already was. Maybe we should give her some space. This might be the time to leave her be. Oh, is that so? Stop it! You're messing up with my chance of doing business here. Sorry. I'll leave you to it. Just don't come on too strong. We parted ways after breakfast and returned to our respective rooms. Yeah, I didn't do anything yesterday, so I'd better get moving today and make up for it. I don't know when the universe would attack. I can't read, so I won't read. So simple as that. Yeah, I expected new VR missions, but like, it's getting a bit late my time, so yeah.